Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy, P-Funk. Thinking right out here in the lab. I'm about to piss a few people off today, but this is the truth. Again, you know what I do. Even if it's about you, I'm going to tell it. Let's go. Radism, 25 rule live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's always a message in my stories. For life, I give you life lessons. You tune in and receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Hope this ain't about you. Radism, 25 rule to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's always a message in my story. For life, I give you life lessons. You tune in and receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where I'm going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. Yes, we talk, but if you don't have an answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. You can teach them. That's why I do what I do. For you, I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm a spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do. For you, a person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers know thyself and too. My y'all be true. Fellas, I got to, I got to do it to you. Sisters, I got to give you a prop because y'all got game. Right thinkers, let me skip me, forgot about that. P-Funk's philosophy asks question. What's the difference between reality and virtual reality? You know? Answer. Reality is free. Virtual reality costs money. What you mean virtual? No, let's talk about it. See, that's why I had to make a statement and I'm throwing out there. Now I got you. Let's go. Let me break it down for you. And this is for the fellas, sisters. I recognize game. It's a game, recognized game. I'm a player from back in the day. And I always respect game. I did not nobody's game, okay? Just don't run it on me. I don't mind the game. I play the game. But and if you do, I'll run it back on you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I play. I'm a player, so I know how to play the game. Let's go. P Funk says, reality is free. Trust me. But virtual reality gonna cost you money. Again, that ain't free. What you mean? Okay, yeah. Eventually I'm gonna get around to it. Instagram. Fellas, if you're on Instagram, damn Facebook. I don't know about TikTok. That's a little too fast. That's a young people thing. I'm old school. But I don't do Facebook. But that Instagram, that's the stroll. I can tell you about that a few times. But they done took it to the next level. They done upped the game. Fellas, if y'all who ain't know, they showing a kitty cat. I saw one when I said, I thought a putty tat. Hey, well, I did. They showing a putty tat. I'm I'm freaking out, and I'm wondering. Ain't nobody said nothing. Ain't nobody seen these bros. I'm about to go in. If y'all ain't paying attention, let me open your eyes to something that's going on this damn Instagram thing. Okay, they are selling virtual sex, aka porn fantasies, for a small, sometimes a large price. What are you talking about? Not sex tapes, not porn. See, porn is two people having sex. They got y'all on watching somebody pleasure themselves. That's the new hook. The women, I can't knock your hustle. Fellas, I'm old school. If a woman can get you to give her money and she never touched you, that's virtual play. She's pleasing you mentally and stimulating you virtually in the mind, but in visual, and you paying out real cash. For her, it's virtual. For you, it's virtual. For her, it's real. Why? Because that cash is spendable. I'm just saying. They listen. It's getting kind of hectic. I'm speaking from experience, so I'm just saying, fellas, you have been led astray in the worst way. Okay? You look and pay. I don't do the go-go thing. I never did the strip thing. Why? I'm not paying no bro. Now, if we in the house and you can get all that. I'm not giving my money to some broad to watch. No, I don't operate on that premise. So let me just calm down. That's some people. That's y'all thing. That's y'all thing. So let me just try to interject something this time because I'm old school. I'm a player. You want this money? You want my money? Oh. The question is, do you believe in the hereafter? Okay? If you want this money, you know what I'm here after. And I ain't trying to look. It's just it. I'm just saying that's old school. But y'all doing this thing now with, they getting, pimps is done. The pimp game is over. Okay? Back in my day, if you paid, you had to pay to play. Not to just look. Hell, I use the book before I do that nonsense. I'm gonna take money out of my pocket and give it to you because you gyrate and then you making. I ain't mad at the hustle. Again, that it. Not mad at nobody what they're doing. I just ain't a participant. That's all. That's what I'm saying. Moving on. I ain't gonna spend too much time on that. I'm gonna get this lesson out. Cause man, but fellas, they showing the hoo-ha. Go Instagram. I ain't got moving on. Okay, mind stimulation. The biggest con game in history is what? To stimulate one's mind with what? Virtual reality. Okay, the looking. Okay, they had peep shows back in the day. Just seeing a woman take off her stockings, they used to do striptease to burn that. They've been doing that for a long time. And fellas, y'all been led astray a long time. You gonna pay just look? Not my game. Moving on. I draw the line. That's what I draw. No. Okay, but I understand the game. So I don't have a problem with that. But that's not my thing. All right. But mind stimulation, okay, to get you excited. Men, again, how much money? Now, you ain't got to answer this. It's just an opening question, but you got to answer for yourself. And I ain't in your business. How much money do you spend for virtual pleasures? AKA for you to masturbate, have pleasure for yourself because of what you're seeing or what you're hearing, whatever floats your boat. How much money you spend on that? Just asking. They ain't none of my business. Now, I don't know no market that I can speak of. I don't know everything. Again, I ain't that into what's going on out there like that. I don't know how many women will send me money to watch me pleasure myself. Don't leave no answer. Women, no. Don't stop. It ain't happening. I tell my brother, dude, I watched this stuff going on. And they got views they got tens of thousands of views. I come here every day. Put my little stuff together, try to make a message and put it across. I'm looking if I can 10 people. So my brother say, all right, you can't beat them. Join them. Come out there, just whip it out and start doing. No, ain't happening. I ain't that beef with no views, but I'm seeing y'all love that. Y'all and wait a minute, that's the market. Hey, handsome. Where I come from, that's that come hither conversation. We had the ladies of the night. And they had their sales page. I did this already. I'm gonna move past that. But that's what's going on right there, Instagram. But now they showing you. They just bam. Now I thought it was, whatever they had in contract, you can't do it. They get a little nipple. They just shit little. They get a little. They flashing. They doing it. But they doing it. Okay, but I know of any woman who would send a man money. Well, y'all do. Y'all got the chip and dale. I mean, y'all got y'all little. I was a male dad, so I did that before. I know y'all got y'all little permanent thing, but I don't know if there's a market for that. So let me know, Brian. Stop that nonsense. You too old for that stuff. No, they got women. They got old white women. Throw that. I said, wow, I want to see that. All right. Now, it might be a market for that type of perversion. Again, I ain't that into it, but cash for what? For what? Virtual pleasures is the new thing now. Okay? That's what's going on. I had to be just observing. I'm just, Oh yeah, fellas, I ain't moving on. But that damn Graham is getting off the hook. It's just off the heezy for cheesy. Why? That's the playground for virtual pleasure. They call it, and I'm pissed. They call themselves content creators and get paid for the title. Why? Because that's not what y'all. You kind of fabricate that. I spend time. I got to write this out. Okay, this is all my handwriting. I got to sit down and it look like crap to you, but I can make it out again. But it takes time for that. If I came in and whipped it out, it don't take much time to do that. And I'm seeing women and they getting paid. So I cannot hustle again. I ain't mad at y'all. I got nothing but love for you. I'm just saying, boy, if they pay, they'll play. So they playing and they paying. Got nothing to do with me. I ain't bought Nan Michael Jackson album. He sold by the trillions. Okay, so I don't mean nothing. And now one of y'all, I don't sign on to none of them porn sites. So my name ain't on none of that stuff. So I don't. Again, I'm talking about it. Well, I ain't about that. I know about it, yeah, but I don't do that. Simple as that. Moving on. But those who do, I'm just. I got to hit the bop on you. That's just the truth. Y'all paying. Okay, moving on. All right. Reality. Okay, man, I ain't got that far yet. Now I'm like, okay, now this. The damn gram. Okay, that's off the hook. Now I keep telling you. See that guy right there? I'm a player for what? The Himalaya, 18th and Avon, where I reside. Okay, that's what I did in my business. Okay, and I know hustle when I see one. I had women working with me. I'll be nice and put it that way. Okay, we was partners and got sex game. Trying to be nice, politically correct. So I know hustle. And I ain't got no problem with the hustle. I hustle with you. Alright? But that was back in the day. Reality. And back in the day, you knew who everybody was. Alright? And it wasn't that bad. But reality, again, is free. I spent 3.5 years in prison. I know reality. Didn't cost me that. Well, whatever get you there. I used to use books. Okay, my thing is mindset. Again, I got a mindset. I don't need to know what that was my thing. But again, for 3.5 years, okay, whatever I can get my hands on to get me there. Cool. But self pleasure ain't a bad thing. Young people, they get just no, don't touch yourself. When we find that thing work, you can't let it go. Moving on. But now y'all didn't got to do that. Why? The women give you whatever you want part of it. You ain't got to do you. They just gonna give it to you. They just that stuff. Y'all have no respect for. Moving on, I ain't got time for that. But okay, self-pleasure. The world was started by that way. Another story another time. But yeah, I know about that. So my point to that is, fellas, yeah, I said it. I dug it. I'm not gonna spend money to watch somebody. Just putting it out there. Now, if you get horny, for real, you wifey, your mate, whatever, your husband, but you can do that. But when you make it, when you get horny, you get your mate or whatever you got, and you take care of that problem. Okay, that's not an issue. It happened. Okay, but that's when, if you can't get real, but if you can't get, if you're a single person, you might not have a mate, so you can't get real. Okay, do you? Ain't nothing wrong with that. But if you're married or you're in a situation and your mate ain't, ain't whatever, then now you're gonna have a problem. Now you're gonna put some other people in your mix. If you pleasure yourself, that ain't no third party activity. Okay? And he or she can't be mad for that. I heard a lot of stories like women say the man, done bed, he done, they go do their thing. Okay, I ain't got a problem with that. Okay? But to go get another human being, that's cheap. Moving on. I don't subscribe to that. But again, I take self-pleasure over cheating any day. And I'm true. Okay? I'm a true content creator. I'm reading this, I'm putting it out. And I don't consider self-pleasuring yourself as a crime. No, excuse me. Sorry about that. No, God can't be more right. I don't consider you pleasuring yourself creative content creation. That's not hard to do. Well, I guess they use different stuff though. So again, play on words, but I'm a content creator about putting content together to give it to you, not just moving on. I'll let that go. Moving on. I give life lessons daily. That's my content. And I gotta sit here and put this together and formulate it. And okay, it's work. Doing that, it don't take much work. But I guess y'all can be creative. Again, give me the hustle. I give you props. The dress, the art, whatever. Man, okay, get it, understand. But this is all for, and my fellas, I gave the concept of my game. The virtual game is the new game. That's the new hustle. That's what I'm trying to tell you. How about that? Let's get right down to bad taxes. They get paid and ain't getting taxed. That's a hell of a hustle if you can get it. I ain't mad at y'all ladies. Why? Back in my day, they got beat up. they had to show up and show out. So there, for real. None of that job. Yeah, everybody can do that. They look good in your body. But now back in the day, you had to do what you had to do. And that's how we live. That was for the suckers. Moving on. All right, moving on. But I love, okay, so no, I don't know. I look at the girls showing the putty tap. I freaked out. Everybody to see, yeah, but dude, this is Instagram. This ain't not the, you gotta, click on it. I don't do none of that. I don't do the sites. I don't do that thing. Right? That ain't my thing. Okay, so whatever you doing on Instagram, that's as far as I'm going. Okay, and they done cross the line. They done. Something about the gun line, boss. They done cross the gun line. They in line of fire. I don't know how this gonna go, but they showing the pretty tap, fellas. Okay, I'm freaking out, and they getting K's thousands of views. I'm sure if I put the Anaconda out there, I can get some views too, but I don't subscribe to that. But that's what's going on. I can't compete with them. They don't give a damn about what I'm talking about. They can see the putty tap. Come on, man. Sorry. All right, but I'm just saying, I'm in the creative content and content creator category, and they beat me down. I'm taking a beat down, but I digress. It's for me personally. I ain't speak again. It's better to masturbate, okay, than to cheat, brothers and sisters. That's my advice in any relationship. If you ain't being satisfied by your mate, be it male or female. Don't go out and involve somebody else. No, don't do that. Why? Everything else can be fine in the marriage relationship, and just because your pleasures ain't been an issue, you're gonna do that. That don't your sexual problem. Now, that turns you to a cheater, adulteress. Simple. So handle it a little more discreetly about with yourself, and nobody ever know. You can feel me? Side chicks, side dudes, women, brothers. That's half of the divorce rate is over sexual pleasures from the man or the woman not being satisfied, so they end up going astray. That's human nature, but you got to get better at that. Yo, get back to that. I'm getting to be therapist. I ain't got time for that. If you need pleasure of the flesh, or do yourself. Don't put somebody else involved in that. That's what I'm trying to say. Moving on. For both y'all, man and women, self-pleasuring yourself can save your damn marriage, brothers and sisters. It's only an orgasm. If you dying to get a nut, you just dying to have that feeling. Okay, go somewhere and do that and go on about your business. Don't involve some people in your madness. Now you got a whole life situation now. You got it's way past your little orgasm. Now you done put yourself into a situation. Oh, what y'all call now? Entanglement. God, entangle yourself. You don't worry about a third party. That's the point with that, excuse me. And with that gram, fellas, if you take when I come up, the man in the house, as long as you providing for the house, take care, you do what you want with your money. It's your money. If you want to give it to some broad, have at it. But as long as my lights is on and my bills are paid, do what you want with it. Fellas, that's your choice. Again, I ain't here to discriminate nobody. You will ruin a lifetime of happiness for a few seconds of pleasure for your own self. That's selfish. That's dumb and selfish. Why? Because you got to pay for that. And that's going to cost you your marriage, with everything. That's dumb. I'm advocating on cheating. I can't stand it. Why? That don't solve the problem. That's going to add on to the problem. Whatever the problem was, before you start cheating, that caused you to cheat, you just compounded the damn problem. And a lot of time it's for pleasures. Moving on. Pleasures and money, two wrong things. Now you can what? You can watch, aka peep shows. They play peekaboo with the hoo-ha. Back in the day, you go to put a quarter slide and crank the thing. I go back to there. We'll just watch the woman taking her pantyhose off. The little strip tease. You didn't get to see nothing. Jack! And they paid for it. So I guess seeing y'all, but moving on. Sex has been around since forever. Okay? Now they need to figure out how to get paid from it. Well, they ain't got to have it. That's a hell of a hustle, ladies. I'm still tipping my hat about that one. Y'all getting that off, okay? I don't have a clue about who. Ain't my thing. But if you're doing it at that level, there's a lot of money out there. There's a lot of money. Most money ever made is in prostitution, okay? And that's in the house. Running the house at every pew. They make money around the clock. They don't need a house. They need a credit card or whatever have you pay in PayPal, whatever. What's your method of payment? Where I come from, we only have one. Calm down. But we come a long way. Okay, so back in the day we had peep shows back in the day, and all you saw was you didn't see that. You didn't know. No. Now, full Monty, as they call it. Yeah, that's when the men take off everything. The women, they don't. Ain't no discretion. Back in the day, you had to keep things covered. I frequent a few times, but that never do. I'm not doing that. Okay, moving on. Men, we are the biggest perverts going. And the women know that. They done figured it out. The cat's out the bag, fellas. Y'all are some perverts. Y'all peeping time. All y'all want to do is see a woman, what they doing. Yep. Look, if you get two women, oh, Lord, they go crazy. Two women, oh, one is good. But they lose their mind to see two women. That's perverted, fellas. And y'all love it. Y'all can't resist a woman getting herself, pleasuring herself. And throw another woman, oh, y'all just lose it. Again, entertainment and whatever. I had my thing. Again, but that's Moneymaker. If I could get women to send me money, me doing my thing, sign me up. Nah, no. But that's what it's. It's you got people sending you. I don't take them. Listen, my man keep telling me, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. I told you I'm not doing this for the money. For me to come here and ask for money, that would be hypocritical. Hypocritical with me, wouldn't it? I can't ask you for money. I just can't do it. Why? I tell you I don't do it for money. What the hell? If I say I don't do it for money and then ask you for I ain't your boy. He say, I ain't a war starter. I stopped 8 war, but you about to start a bunch when you big clown. But I don't, my words match my actions. My action won't be different than my words. That's my point. And I say, I don't do it. I'm not doing it. Simple as that. You can take that to the bank. Okay. But again, if your mate doesn't satisfy you or pleasure your sexual and everything else is fine, do it yourself. Why? And get back to everything else. That's just a small part of the damn relationship. That guy, when he lost the ability, he got erectile dysfunction back then. He didn't know what it was, but when he couldn't get it up, he thought life was over. He couldn't live without the little fella getting up. I said, dude, really? So I know firsthand about that too. Okay, when you live below your waist, don't nothing matter to you but pleasure. I know that. So fellas, trust me, I'm just trying to help you out. 50% of all divorces are what? Over infidelity, cheating, aka what? For pleasures. For the pleasure. Because what she won't do, she will. Okay, women say, well, I want to what is it? I want to freak in the sheet, lady in the streets and freak in the sheets, whatever. That means women, y'all gotta be versatile. You gotta get it, man. Fellas, make your wifey happy, fulfill her fantasy, whatever it is. She do your work that together. But you can't go to that strip club and find a wife. That boy, you give me money to give it to your damn wife and let her do it. That was my thing personally. Don't get no too personal to your mind. But if wife gonna do her thing, yeah, I peel off. And you keep the money. Hello? Y'all don't get that money back. Y'all get it. She take that money, she go and buy house and start counting them bills. I know a young girl working today in that field, making $5,000-$6,000 in a night, and ain't doing nothing. Ain't nobody touching her. That's a hell of a hustle. That's one hell of a hustle. That's what I'm saying. And fellas, y'all big ballers and big. Oh money. Moving on that. Fellas, if you pay to watch a woman masturbate, you're visually cheating. You're virtually cheating, okay? Yeah. You're being satisfied by another woman and not your spouse, your wife. So you're cheating virtually. Now, depending on how you look at that, a marriage counselor might beat you over the head. I could care less. Why? If you ain't physically touching them, you ain't cheating. You can virtually do whatever you want. We know virtual ain't real, okay? Artificial ain't real. So that's over there. If you start doing a hookup, because they say they, now, you soliciting, that's prostitution. That's a whole nother level. And we can talk that line. My man said, blurred lines, ain't no line. They ain't no, excuse me, I got to get out of here because I'm really flipping out. Oh, this ain't going to be good. Sorry, I been stuck when I'm behind. Fellas, sisters, virtual cheating is when you paying somebody else to pleasure you virtually. You know, visually to watch them. Okay, but that's still you being satisfied by somebody other than your mate. If that's your thing, so be it. And guess what? That ain't free. That's my point right there. You can't do it for free. It's a hustle. It's game. And I'm telling you, women, I tip my hat to you. I'm my head because I ain't trying to let that stuff loose. But I tip my hat to y'all. I got no disrespect at all. I'm not, no. I would never do that. Trust me. I say to them, baby, thanks for no thanks. I always be respectful and mindful of your hustle. I know what you're doing. I ain't gonna bother with that. Just ain't doing it to me. Okay? I'm old school. 1 second. Yeah, again, knowing something And that ain't my thing. Okay, so move on. Ladies, I respect your hustle. I was never into understanding, excuse me, I was never into paying for pleasures. I don't give a damn at this stage of my life. Well, I had game. I was marked right. I'm like, women can't, I fight off more women than half y'all was getting back in my day. So I never had a problem with that. Paying for pleasures, no, that wasn't my thing. Okay. Moving on, I ain't going there. Wrap it up. Again, appreciate you too. I got to go. I'm old school and I'm Capricorn. I would rather pleasure myself for free than to pay somebody just to see. Not my thing. What? Again, I'm not going to do that. That ain't my thing. If that's your thing, fine. This ain't mine. That's all. I'm here to just make a point. I hope I did it right thing because I ain't trying to brass with nobody, but I had to make that point because it's getting out of control. You know, I'm here to just give a life lesson. That's what this one was. And I got to go. Make all you live to be 100. Me 100 minus that day. So I'm not on my right thing because we know the difference between reality and virtual reality. It passed away. There is a difference.